Notes of melodic music climbing out of holes, climbing out of pipes, beautiful air shaft of winged spirits in the company of flutes, intricate fingers of feminine slippers blown from glass, symbols of fire infesting the drummer's stick with paradiddles of rain falling on the rusty roofs of abandoned shanty towns. Begins with polemics of black nationalism. Some call it cliche, but we know it is free jazz composition, purchased on credit cards. Revolution for sale. Long live consumerism. Power to the people. There is a silence here. There is a complicit silence here. There is a deafening silence here. Can you hear it? Brushstrokes, textures of Pablo Picasso, Diego Velázquez, Beaufort Delaney, and Jean-Michel Basquiat. I was coloured once, pretty as a painting, but now I speak in postmodernist tongues of urbanity, symbols of youth culture in the non-static order of contemporary language. Black speech flows, colonising microphones with gumbo talk. Synthetic angel feathers, lost in their own dreams. Rhythms of themselves simulacralized. It's a fictitiously wonderful headspace of untreated fabulation, of fiction gone wild. Poetry's shedding their autumnal leaves as the provocative landscapes of her female anatomy comes gliding through the science fiction. There isn't even time to count my eyelashes when the music flows. Fire turns to rainbows. Prismatic screens of spectrum glass, servo-mechanistic forces of nanovisions, giving sight to the impotent lens of blind telescopes. Micro-theories of culture in contention. Micro-theories of verbose finger puppets. Scarifications of deep tyre tracks rolling across dusty roads of a new frontier. These outlines of my lips in red chili pepper, hot woman sauce, Minkizzy music, how I like my jazz. Ribbons of peace dumps taken to the air in ontogynous migration of neo-surrealism. Octophones and some radical improvisation, reaching light years into the cycle of things. The motion of motion is the motion of songs, kicking it in the sound waves of your paradise. Enter your pultrudinous spirits into these smoke-filled rooms of beatniks and peace pipes. Future of the here and now. History is aged before my eyes of natural laws and witness, grown old and fragile. Shaky truths, unfixed by the irascible charge of revolution. Stripped to the bone of dead narratives. naked as a myth in this Negro black constructed world of my ephemeral elves. I think, therefore I am. Free, invisible chains of my captivity and culture of hidden text messages. The omnipresence of the complicit silence to throw overboard the dissenting voice of poetry. Its black and beautiful discourse of Rastafarianism burns fire in the maleficent spirits of pregnant slave ships. Burns fire on the bloated stomachs of dominant food mountains. Burns fire on the excessive habits of free trade. Burns fire on baby burn and your burn. Seraphic sums of Aya Bingi church music. Burn, baby, burn, your flames of decolonisation. Exercising the mind with knowledge of Santeria, Woden, Alandaumere, cascading out of cowrie shell, marketplace in the signs of symbols of ebony medicine men. And pharaohs in their pyramids shaped like time machines, reaching for the stars, deep into the future of the here and now. Masters of their own invention. Masters of space travel. Their Nubian techniques are the grand design of preservation, are the grand designs of self-preservation. Within a century at a time, when we speak of the past, of our music, overtures in the cacophony of gospel singers, speaking in biblical tongues of spiritual possession. Django's thunder is the lower tone blocks of our grime in the 18th floor of our class struggle, in the chalked outlines of a dead suicide note, pushing babies out of bullet holes into these hierarchies of intense suffering, legacies of broken families amputated by the middle passages, hooded time bandits. The blind future of an aged youth culture, drunk on media theory, high on geisis, sexed up by the sexualisation of violence. Monstrous feminines in their virtual worlds of cracked up crystal capitalism, mining sugar cubes. Oh, the sweet life of the dead thing, looking for the gold in the illusion of brass.